Alright. And no, that's what I need to do. Copy. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll pull myself down a little bit. Boop. Where's the other stuff? There you are. Alright. And Twitchers. There you go. Maybe switch them around. Cool. All right. That should be good enough right there. All right. I'm gonna put the screen like that. Make sure that sticks out as something that I need to highlight. To need the text. I should also get your treatment. Prep. Oh, that's actually super blocked over there. I don't know if I can see it all over there. That's fine. Initial consultation examination. Let's do the stuff that I don't want to talk about. Let's put that in orange. I'll take it out, or I won't use it, but I'll keep it around for there. Diagnostic x-rays and scans. Let's change that to types. Let's do the same with that, but types, automatic, types, tests. Let's do that in bold. Types of tests. Boop boop to expect. What was that? Nothing. Alright, cool. Put that over there. Alright, types of tests to expect. That'll be another piece. Discussion of treatment options. Treatment options should be something that If we're talking about one subject, it should probably come more towards the end. So I'll take that apart for now. I'll leave that in orange up here as an option for certain things. And then step-by-step explanation. That's part of it. That's part of my little master version that I have over here, which is brief overview, why the procedure is necessary, common dental issues it addresses, and common red flags. Step-by-step, maybe not in this version. So quote on there for now. Detailed breakdown of each step of the procedure, use of visual aids. This needs to be a part of that. That's what needs to happen. Use of visual aids or animation to enhance understanding. Benefits of procedure needs to go to the next one. Detailed breakdown of each step. I don't want to do detailed. Simple. Simple step breakdown, STB. Simple step breakdown. And then procedure, that'd be good. And then use of visual aids, animations, of course, right? Use of aids, memes and other graphics to keep engaged. Benefits of the procedure. No matter what, there's going to be a benefit to it, typically, right? Let's bring that over here to this. Benefits of the procedure. Improvement in oral health, cosmetic enhancements if applicable, potential long-term advantages or risks and considerations. That's in the next section. So let's keep that. Let's go and fix up a lot of these. Cost and insurance, interviews, blah, 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 blah. We'll get those as we go. Okay. Improved health, improvement in oral health care, cosmetic enhancements if applicable, potential long-term advantage. I may not use this. This is just basically to explain why your doctor told you you need something. So we don't want to do that yet. Risks and considerations, possible complications. That's part of my if you don't. Okay, so then that'll be a thing. Risk complications, also known as if you don't. If you don't, what's the do that. Possible complications. Let's do it like that. Possible complications, precautions, and post-operative care. That should be in its own area. Not about post-ops specifically. Duration of recovery, costs, and insurance. Okay. I should say post-operative instructions. Post-op instructions and care. duration and recovery. Estimated time for the procedure, recovery process and timeline, and tips for a smoother recovery. That's going to be under post-ops. Recover process and timeline. We'll keep this in this area. Estimated time for the procedure. That should be more towards the beginning with steps. Simple explanation. Estimated ETA of procedure. ETA of treatment. Use don'ts. Do's and don'ts and what to expect. I think I brought that up somewhere here, didn't I? No. Okay, yeah, so that's what we'll do. What to expect, do's and don'ts, and recovery tips. I hit every other character but the E. Shoot. Alright. Costs and considerations. Now, this is the dicey part that I don't know how to tackle. Costs and insurances. General cost considerations. Relative costs, I'll do. Relative costs. And let's see. Oops. Why? General cost considerations. Do relative costs, since this is going to be specifically a country by country deal. Whether the procedure is covered by insurance. I guess we can go into breakdown. So, if insured, whether the procedure, insurance generally covers, and then bring in, what does it fall under P/basic/major? Put on the insurance scales. That'll be good. And then financial options if available. I do not want to go into that. So we'll do relative costs. Does insurance potentially cover it at all? And if it does, okay, doesn't cost. Okay, cash. And then option. What is it called? Morning Fool, we were just talking like 4 hours ago. I swear, I kept you up, or you were probably just maybe you're falling asleep at the computer while we were at our thing earlier. If cash, I don't want to use cash values in this. I haven't slept at all. That's terrible. It is still the weekend though, I guess, so that's pretty good. If cash, use. Use based on having. Okay, I'll keep that in mind right there. Let's see. I had 3 Red Bulls, so I'm staying up, I guess. Too funny. Man, I've been saving my need to survive on energy drinks in case I ever do want to take the dive into higher education. So, if I do finally get to the point where I need to crank and crunch stuff, that I actually start getting onto coffee so it can still work for me. But who knows if that will ever come at that point. Maybe it's just scripting and then I'll start just getting into it because I need to script stuff just like I'm doing now. You're kind of echoey. That is good to know. Let me figure out why I'm echoey. What could be the thing that's doing it? Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Where I can see it bounce with the computer sound, so there's something that's being captured that shouldn't be captured. Let me try to figure it out real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, let's kill the computer sound. So 1 second. And you guys will still hear me. And add. I know that's in use. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work. And then let me test that. I'm pretty sure that should be. Nope, still takes it in. That does the same thing too. What happens if I throw what happens if I guard it here? And also, yeah, it's not from there. Yeah, okay, so it is taking my stuff from here. Let me try to see if I can fix it out. Let's nuke that. And let's see. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Let me see how that acts. That should work perfect. Or that should work good enough now. Cool. I think my levels are showing that it's fine now. And of course the song is... Alright. Alright, that's good. Cool. I have a lot of stuff back there. Yep, good. Yeah, I went and updated all my drivers and everything. My speakers on the laptop is complete garbage now. There's good speakers in this laptop, but ever since I updated the drivers, it doesn't work. But now I can use headphones now because my audio jack finally works correctly. So I need to figure out how to get my speakers back in working order and be able to keep these. So that's been a nice little adventure. Alright, so let's see. Address common question. Oh, where am I at? Oh, I'm on this 4th page. Okay. patients' testimonials. Interviews with patients who have undergone procedure, before and after visuals, and no, I don't want to do any of that. Facts and questions. Address common questions and concerns, of course. Invite viewers to submit their questions for future episodes. That's definitely something that we'll want to do. And showcase technology and equipment. Don't need that. Highlight any advanced technologies or equipment used in the procedure. Discuss how these advancements benefit the patient. Meet the dental team. Don't need any of that. Patients don't want to hear anything about that. Trying to keep these into like 3 minutes or so. Introduce the dental professionals involved in the procedure, brief profiles and expertise of each team member, and case studies. Don't want any of that. This sounds kind of fun. Typically handled by your. That's what I want to do. Typically handled by your. Introduce dental professionals involved in the procedures. Typically handled by your DA/DH/DDS. Cool. Okay, brief profiles and expertise of each member. May not use. Let's throw that in orange. Case studies. Don't really want to bring others too much into it, but I'll bring in graphics of x-rays and visuals that are going to be plopped into there. That'll make sense. Share real life cases with patient consent to illustrate. No, I don't want to do any of that. Nope. Take the case studies portions out. Post-procedure care. I already have that under post-operative instructions and care. Detailed information, common do's and don'ts, follow-up appointments and checkups. I like the follow-up appointments, especially when it comes to root canals. That definitely needs to be handled up here. So that would be perfect. Everything else, I don't need that in this section. It's just a repeat section anyways. Encourage viewers to share their experience in the comments. Yeah, we already had that one. I already had that on the other one. Boop. Maintaining oral health. Hold up. Maybe I'll bring this in here. Address common. That will go here. Emphasize the importance of oral health care. That should be at the beginning. Tips maintaining, but that's easy stuff. This is specifically. Let's see. This is different. I need to have a section of potentially how we got here. Then maintain oral health. Maybe. How did we get here? Emphasis on ongoing care. Tips to maintain oral. No, I don't need that. Brief discuss. I don't need that. Okay, cool. Future development of dentistry. Don't need any of that. How did we get here? Can fall there. 4 pages. Well, my first page is something else. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let me check something. Oh no, they're still over there. Cool. I was actually thinking about that flu, if you are still here earlier, when we were talking about that fear game, that because I never played that one, it'd be a nice one to actually check out too. To give that a play one of these days or something like that. One of these days. Is this gonna go side by side? There it is. I was like, where the hell is it gonna side by side? Here is old, like 2008. Yes. I actually reinstalled Dead Space, the original, not the remake, even though I really should be doing the remake. By installed the original Dead Space on my little Ally here, and I'm gently into that at the moment. But I got the first and a third one. I don't have the second one installed just yet. But getting back into that, I was like, oh, all these sounds and everything are cool that I remember. And then of course my little one comes over and she's like, oh, I want to play that game with you. And so I let her, I'll let her walk the areas, and then once they what are they called? What do they call them in Dead Space? Crawlers, the nightmare demons, whatever we're gonna call them. Once they come on the screen, she hands it off to me. She's like, okay, kill that. Okay, now she wants to do the next walking section. Hey, Pata, what's up? What the hell did we call those? They have a name. What are the Dead Space dudes called? I forgot. I know I can just look it up. Necromorphs. Necromorphs. I think that's the right one. I think that's what it is. Had to reach far back over here to find that name. So I need to go and condense this whole thing, which all is in 14.2. Never tried Dead Space. Kind of like you mentioned, if you're really not into that jump scare, Dead Space just lives to jump scare like at every moment. It's like, hey, there's a thing over there and it's kind of glowing. It may have something in it, but more than likely it doesn't. But your curiosity says go and try to get there. Immediately there will be, at the perfect point, at the perfect moment, something will just pop out to try to get you. And I was just like, you know what? I played this game before. I played all three of them. I know and then can anticipate when it's going to happen. And then they do the most out of nowhere stuff that I totally forgot. I was like, oh, it didn't come to attack me. It just wanted to walk across the screen. Love it. I love it. It's too much. But I got some of those heebie-jeebies scared back into me on the playthrough of Dead Space that I was doing. So that's fun. Even though now that they have the Dead Space remake out there, which looks beautiful, I need to check how big the file size of it is, so that I know that I have space on here to actually play it, because the original one's like 10 gigabytes or something like that. I'm pretty sure the remake is like 300 or whatever it may be, but I'm pretty sure the quality of life improvements are way better. Oh, you know what? I want to get where's my walking tooth dude? I have space for him to chill out here. Okay, what did you say? It says it needs 50 gigabytes on Steam. And I have enough space on my Ally to be able to do it. I need to, well, eventually as I figure out that well, there's no going back from it right now, but as soon as I start figuring out that, oh, I want to put more and more on this, I'll upgrade the SSD on here to probably 2 terabytes. That will definitely be more than enough, because I think active on here is 512, which really means like 480 after the operating system. So that'll be a venture that I'll do one day to just hold more, which I have no need to hold that many games and everything on here. The original needs 8 gigabytes. Oh, that was close. I'm saying 12 was an overshot, but still, all right. But I have 1 and 3 installed. I don't have 2. I uninstalled Baldur's Gate because I didn't even get to start Baldur's Gate, but that damn game is like 130 or something like that, like 130 gigs, and that took up a third of the memory that I had on there, which it was okay. But if I wanted to go and play, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, but I didn't have enough space to have a lot of these other random games that I wanted to play. Oh, do you know what it was? I had to uninstall Baldur's Gate 3 to put Kingdom Hearts 3 on here. Is it that good? Once I'm done with Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah, once I'm done with Kingdom Hearts 3, I may bring BG3 on there and give it a try, because people in the community has said that it can run all right on the system, so that might be a thing. That's what I wanted to get into. That's what I'm anticipating. That's what I am anticipating. Okay. Intro. This needs to be larger. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Like I said, script. Master script. You can talk to the animals, and I randomly clicked on a rat and he gave me a quest. That's so crazy. that is depth right there, but which is super cool. But that's the thing too. Unless, can you get lost in it like we were talking about, where I could constantly get lost in Fallout 3 or New Vegas or Skyrim or Oblivion and everything? Oh, Cora's here. Now that I made it 2 streams, so you can't say I don't watch them. Freaking Cora. I'm telling you. Well, now I know, Cora, that you're not Nora, and now I'll put that thing to rest. So don't worry, it's too much. You catch it at the most. Never mind. I should say all the live streams have like no substance to them at all. But exactly. I told you I'm not a liar. You didn't say that. I guess that's true. You said that you would just be in here all silent and everything like that. Or that you would just you'd catch little bits and pieces of the rewatch, but definitely you've earned your grade, you've earned your pin. I hope you're ready for, what is it, Tuesday? Is that when we're doing lab tests, Tuesday? Hope you studied up for that. You'll do good. You and your pals have been studying pretty well. You'll do just fine. Do I get extra credit? I won't ask you a super hard question when it comes to root canals at that point. If you end up getting to me, I'm not gonna throw the weird root canal questions at you, or the super weird what's it called, vitality testing. How about that? You just gotta remind me. You don't remind me, I'm gonna hit you with those weird ones. Like, what's the color sequence for the endo files? What is it? Without looking at your notes. I know you have them right there in front of you. I'm only gonna go to you with. Hey, you'd be fine over with the other person. You would be fine. You guys can talk about whatever the hell that you guys go and talk about. It's about running back to get the bacon. When you run back, grab bacon. White, yellow, red, blue, green, black. But the awkward one, because you got it, yeah. We're talking about growing back and getting bacon. But the awkward one is, what are the other 3 colors that are not included in when you run back, grab bacon? Now, you won't get asked that, but other people will, just to kind of spice it up, just to make them think on their toes. Oh, Flu and Pata, if you're like, who the hell am I talking to? This is one of my students creeping on the stream. Don't worry, you're good, Cora. There's purple, pink, and something else. Good, you got it. That's right. Pink is a 6, purple is 10, and gray, hold on, pink is 6. Why am I starting to blank out on this? Pink is 6, gray is 8, and purple is 10, I believe, off the top of my head. That kind of rhymed. There's purple and pink and something else, I think. That's funny. Yeah. Or like it's not free roam, but you put a large area in a central hub. I camp and you'd go around and and explore or fill a quest. Oh, that's not too bad then. I can probably handle Baldur's Gate then. I won't get super sidetracked. I'm pretty sure people do, but I won't get like. Sorry, I'm getting out of here. No, that's cool, and quests can be completed in multiple ways. And I wanted to start Baldur's Gate, and I feel like I need to have a very deep commitment to do it. So like having all the other things completed off on the side, all the other games that I'm playing to be finished and done. Like main one, Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to finish Kingdom Hearts 3 before I start a big thing like that. Like Dead Space, I can just throw that on, get like 5 minutes of play out of it every now and then. I'm not looking to finish Dead Space at all. But I haven't finished Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to try out Baldur's Gate, which I feel like is going to be a super long one when it comes to it. So that's going to be a tough one to handle, I'm sure. Like I think, what is it? What else do I have on here? I don't have any of the Elder Scroll games. I don't have Skyrim set up on here. What the hell do I have? What games do it? I know I have some Bethesda title on here. New Vegas? No, I have Fallout 3. That's what it is. I don't have any of the Elder Scrolls, but I have Fallout 3 set up. I'm 136 hours in and almost finished the game. At least I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel of 136 hours then, which is insane. I mean, what, the game's been out for like 4 months or something like that? Sheesh. Even with that type of time frame, I have no clue if I would even be able to finish it in a year at that point. with usually the other things that I have to dodge and weave all this time into. Let's see. Recommended. Oh, hon. I'm calling it. I'm gonna do that in black. My dentist told me, or my dentist said I need to choose between MDT or. I wanted to put this as DMT. Dentist. No. DTM would be dentist told me. My dentist told me MDTS or MDS. I wanted to do MSDS as it kind of falls into line with medical safety and data sheet. which is just a nerdy way of saying things. But I need to work on the name. I need to work on this name scheme that I have for this series I'm going after. Once you start playing, you will carry that thing around you everywhere. that's more than likely. Well, I'm always gonna have this thing around with me, but shoot, it'll be like, okay, I'm at break from work, gonna hit up some Baldur's Gate 3. I got 30 minutes. I can probably get something done within that time frame. That'd be fun though. Ugh. Anime breakdown about what you may have been recommended, the reason it was recommended, what the consequences could arise from it, and rise if you do or do not continue with treatment. It's 100% going to be the game of the year. Oh, totally. Did they already have the Game Awards? I remember a lot of people were making were doing videos on who they were choosing for the Game Awards, but I did not catch what else they had. Oh, my back. I need snacks. Actually, I still have turkey left over. I have tons left, but this is what I had from earlier. Alright, so Video Game Awards December 7th. Oh, okay. And that is going to be interesting to see, because yeah, totally everyone's been harping about Baldur's Gate 3 just knocking everything out of the park. Let's see. My dentist said text floats in from the right. Yo, I have a tooth question. What do you got, Flu? You're just trying to pick at me for a little dental ed. What do you got going on? I need a root canal on my tooth, but how? Okay, root canal is I need a treatment. And then I'll do that in red. And I'll do that as bold. I need to get a treatment on my tooth, but how, why, and what if I? So that's what is it that you give to people who are on a different galaxy after they've been to the dentist? What is that you give to those people? I saw a video where a lady didn't recognize her kids. So pretty much when they get put out for what is it called, general anesthesia, when they get put to sleep and then they come back to consciousness and they're like, you're not mine. And also that doctor's hot and the zombie apocalypse is happening and all those funny things that people go through at that point. Usually during sedation videos, or usually during oral sedation, general sedation, stuff like that, they use a cocktail of different things. Some people, and it just depends on what the dentist is going to offer. It may be that they start off with a oral suspension, so they just like take a little drink. That's going to kind of mildly sedate them, but not really put them to sleep. And that gets them chill to go onto the chair, get an IV in their arm where the doctor can push some stuff. That's something that's super kind of hardcore. A lot of times they don't have to do stuff like that, but other ones that they would use is halothane and fluorane, I think it's called. It's a weird conjunction of words, but it's a inhalation sedation. So it's the same thing that like docs would say, like, hey, go ahead and count backwards from 10, or count down to 0 from 10, and by the 10 that you hit 0, if you're still awake, the whole procedure would be free. It's just pretty much like a ha-ha thing. You won't beat this, and you're concentrating on saying something and breathing, and then all of a sudden you get knocked out. I've seen people go down super quick with the inhalation sedation, and there's a lot of different things that happens as far as getting put down, and usually start with, like, there's 4 stages of sedation, which is going to be the first stage of sedation, which is mild sedation, which means like laughing gas or nitrous oxide. Usually this is common stuff that we'd use on kids. Put it on their nose, they breathe it in, and then at that point they that's going to give them a feeling of being like buzzed. Essentially, they had like a beer and everything like that, but it's only something that affects their brain. It's something that as soon as it's inside the lungs and such, then it goes and travels up to the brain, and that affects it and gets you to be less anxious. Doesn't take away pain, it just takes away anxiety. That's stage 1. They can still respond, they are still awake, even though some of them like to fall asleep after it. It's just because they're so relaxed. That's usually what happens with step 1. Stage 2, that is going to be the stage that you're going from mild sedation to stage 3, which is put under general sedation. That stage 2 is considered what's called excitement. And between the stage of I'm conscious but just like drunk to I'm going to go to sleep forcibly, that excitement stage is a reaction that your body has to fight and go into sleep, because it's not a natural way for us to be put down. So you start flailing your arms, or you get a little bit more belligerent. You're a little bit more like swinging your arms, like because your body's fighting that overwhelming amount of drugs that are being pushed into your body. Still, like we mentioned, a lot of it's going to be inhalation. Once you get past the excitement stage, then you're in a more desirable stage, which is stage 3, general sedation. You are no longer responsive. You cannot react to demands or talking. You might have some stimulation reaction from normal little things such as a pain response and certain areas. But you also may have some issues with your body, your organs and the way that they function. So we always put you on monitors. So putting pulse oximeters on like your finger, that little thing they'll put on your finger, they'll wrap a tape on there, or they'll put it on like your toe. That's going to check your blood oxygen saturation, see that you have enough oxygen in your blood that can reach towards your brain and all the other body parts. You'll also get monitored for your heart rate, your EKG or ECG, electrocardiogram, and other things such as the CO2 that's getting emitted from your breaths, and heart rate, a bunch of other stuff. So that's all that's happening in stage 3. And then the last one, which is stage 4, the worst one, which is going to be some type of organ failure. Your lungs stop doing its thing and stops breathing. Your lungs stop inflating and deflating. Super bad. So we need to always know if something's going weird like that, or your heart stops kicking, or it starts going into fibrillation and it goes into an irregular heartbeat when it's doing its stuff. At that point, when it gets to organ like failure, as far as organs that keep you alive, that's where things have to start going into remediation. Let's figure out how to do it. Let's supplement the use of the lung use with bags or oxygen. So that's where we don't want to go, is stage 4, and that's a very scary thing to think about. Like, oh, anytime that we go under, we hit all these stages. We don't want to get to that last stage, because things go bad. And I think next term, when we get into dental science, that's a part that we go into when we talk about anesthetic, getting areas numbed, and then people getting put out. I don't know if I would ever want to get put out or put to sleep for treatment, just because I don't like needles. I don't like needles and like body parts of me. I barely like needles going into my mouth and everything, but it is a trip. I don't know why I went into that to that big old long explanation, but yeah, that happens. Do but these examples that you mentioned has to be major procedures, just pulling out a tooth or a filling, right? For the example of being put out or put to sleep for procedures, a lot of times, at least here in the States, right, the most common things that people are put to sleep for would be removing surgery type teeth. So that'd be like your wisdom teeth and everything. If you have to get multiple removed, then a lot of times they'll put you out. You don't have to, and if you go to a general, just regular family dentist that has the skills to remove a wisdom tooth, you don't need to be put out at all. But if your wisdom teeth are growing in sideways, or they're underneath the bone, grown in a little bit tilted, then at that point, a lot of times, because it is more of a surgery kind of, sometimes things can get complicated thing, then they might say, hey, this is a little bit too complicated for me, go to my specialist friend, they will take care of you over there. Another thing that people can get put out for, it would be like a root canal. That's a long treatment, usually like 2 hours if you're doing like a molar, premolar, maybe an hour and a half or so, and a front tooth, a anterior tooth, can be anywhere from like an hour for a single one. Since those may bother people a lot, that's it. I had 3 wisdom teeth removed with only local anesthetic, and that's because, Flu, you're a baller, and that's what a lot of people end up doing. I feel scammed. No, but that's exactly what should, unless you wanted to go through the experience of being put to sleep for the giggles, that would have been neat. But typically, I mean, if you had, I want the good stuff. Yeah, don't we all? It's definitely a missed opportunity as far as times where you can actually get that done. Other things that would come about, yeah, it'd just mainly be like wisdom tooth extractions or any type of dental surgery like that, or root canals are typically the ones where you're going to be put out. I'm back. Yes, I was listening to what you were saying, but already finished Terraria. Oh, that's cool. Look at you. Did you get that secret boss, Pata? Yeah, there's not that many other opportunities to get put out or put to sleep, though. The only other thing that I would say probably that would qualify is if you need to get jaw surgery. The phrase is typical of me, right? If you had to get like double jaw surgery or anything, where you have like a major class 2 or a major class 3 malocclusion, where your top teeth are either like super prognathic, it's sticking out in front, or your lower teeth are super prognathic and sticking out, and you have a underbite. With those, you would usually get something that's called like a Le Fort. And that's where they're going to separate, let's say your top jaw, they're going to separate its connection to your facial structure, make it all loose, pull it forward or push it back, make any little adjustments, and they would do titanium screws to hold it in place. Very lovely video. Like I've never seen EKG at a dentist. Bulldog, hey, Cora, what the hell are you still doing here? It is near midnight. But good job, I like that. This is one of my survivors of one of those videos. Right, Cora? I showed you guys that. I showed you guys the double jaw surgery. Yeah, because you guys were clowning that chick, clowning those people on the videos. Yeah. I know, and I work at 7. Where the hell do you work? I never even knew that you worked. Yes, the horse. The horse teeth. Oh man, that's what I should do for you guys. I should just have my laptop nearby, and when you guys get wrong answers, just have sections of the Lefort, like really gnarly parts, and just turn it. Be like, no, you got the wrong answer. You gotta watch 5 seconds of this Lefort video, and then turn it back around, and be like, do you know what shape a headstrom is now? Wait. So so you shame the patients? Hey, that's in confidence whenever it comes to shaming. We don't do it enough. Torture for real, right? Yeah, we don't do it in front of the patients or anything like that. It's always like, hey, that horse tooth girl, like Cora mentions. But it's too much. Yeah, Lefort or double jaw surgery would be another one, which is crazy. It's usually what people get recommended if you're going to be getting braces, that they would say, hey, you can go and do like this braces stuff, but if you want to go like hardcore, get your jaw broken, reset, and then that's a way of doing it. Shame only in your head, not allowed. That's right. Good job, Cora. You're following the steps. You're following the steps of HIPAA. And then, if only we were able to telepathically just talk nonsense about patients. One day. So not swastika. You might not be able to. The interesting thing though, when I used to work in prison, it's kind of like not a like standard thing that you would see or anything like that, but you come across some patients that would have the standard swastika on certain parts of their body and everything like that. And when they would come into the area of whichever dental part you were working in prison, they would usually start off like, hey, I know you see this going on and everything like that. I'm sorry if this offends you. This is typical with the groups that I run in. So yeah, and they would just kind of try to explain their way to say, hey, hopefully you don't treat me like a terrible person or whatever. But yeah, that was I want to say super common, but you would see it every now and then when I would work in prison. Actually, I don't even think you ever knew about that, Blue. Maybe I brought it up a couple times before. Back when I was in prison. That'd be a YouTube video. That would be a YouTube title right there. Back in the prison. Back when I needed to sock lock it. Let's see. Who's here? Are you here? Oh, you are here. Oh. The wife's here. Let me go in. Oh, shoot. She's gonna wake up the damn dog. 1 second. Alright, I got the dog with me, just in case he goes crazy. You can come in, it's good. I got Draco. Hey. Not on stream. Hey, knock it off. Herf. 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 There you go. It's okay, Draco. What did we have in chat? Let's see. You worked in prison or you were an inmate. Either one, whichever version that you want to consider. But yeah, I worked in prison, which inmates can work in prison while they're there, so whichever. Have you ever seen anyone with tattoos on their lower lip? Like, I'll fix your tooth for a bag of coffee and a bag of ramen. My ex had a weed leaf on her bottom lip. Max cringe. That's funny. Yes, I do have known people that have had lower lip, essentially that, tattoos. Quite a few, quite often. Actually, I know like way too many people that have that. And it's usually like FU, or it's like a peace sign. I've seen an alien. I've seen a smiley face. Haven't seen weed leaf. But I've seen quite a few options. Draco, here's some turkey. Good boy. Alright, let's see. Need treatment. Let's go down to what treatment? Let's see. I'll get one. That'd be funny. That would be, hey, just like we've talked about before, is the deadly dental sins, and that is one of them. I forgot what me and Mesner brought our thought of, but I think we were trying to get 7 dental sins that dental people do after they get out of school, which is one of them. Like that is tattoo. Get a tattoo. But usually a lot of them tend to either be humongous life-changing events or whatever. Hey, was it cool? You guys are actually back earlier than I thought. You're good. You're back on time.
No. She's like, no, yes.
No, I figured that she's lucky to be that person to ask. We can all get matching ones with the class little field trip. Oh yeah, we can all get matching tattoos. Yeah, that'd be perfect. And also, no. Yeah, tattoos was the main one. That's what it was. Tooth gang. Until I haven't gotten my my first tattoo yet, but I'm pretty sure my wife would hate it if it was of a tooth. I'm pretty sure I would need to get it of something else, like my kids' names or something, before it becomes a tooth being the first one. Oh, you're gonna work on your stuff? Cool. But one day I'll get something. I wanted to do something kind of more symbol-y related for my kids' names, or for my kids. Like I wanted to do Freya being more having kind of like one of those little portraits or whatever of Freya, and have it on something. Either one of them gets like my left hip or whatever, my left thigh, and the other one gets my right thigh. So it'd be like a portrait or something of not my daughter, but like Freya, Freya of mythology on one, and then the other one be Serena, which would be of like a mermaid type deal on the other. Get their names, but in the shape of tooth. Shut your freaking mouth, Cora. What if it was just Astoria? It would just be Harry Potter, huh? Who knows? See, I thought about getting their names, but I'm super indecisive about tattoos. I have like all these ideas, like that'd be cool or that'd be cool, but I never pull the trigger on them. And then, like everyone says, you get one, then you start getting addicted and you want more. Hey, you want some turkey? No? Cool. I was trying to remember if you were the one that got 4 in a day, right? But I think you, yeah, I remember that. You showed me, it was like right there, and like, I forgot where the other ones were. But they were all like music notes or something. Or no, they weren't music notes, they were all like note cards on your skin, so yeah, you can cheat on the test. It was like, oh, I guess class 1, class 2, and class 3 malocclusion. And then right here, if you saw a mirror right there, it's the whole ortho table on how to know your numbers and everything. And then this one's when you go back, grab bacon. I'm pretty sure you weren't the only one that got those tattoos. I got the root canal. Part 1 or part 2? Oh my god. Perfect, my favorite tray. Let's see my desk. It's not raining, is it? No rain. Alright, had to get something to drink on that one. Part 1 on my right arm, part 2 on the left. I swear. It's too funny. I took them complex and simple surgeries as well. That one's gonna be a trip. Out of all the trays though that we learned in this term and everything, the most notorious one usually tends to be root canal. Okay, so that's good for there. Introductions to the procedure, intro, welcome back, blah blah blah. Don't I have this in there? Yeah, I have this above. Then it said brief overview of the treatment. Why? Okay, so then I don't need this portion. Animated breakdown about what you may be recommended, reasons why it was recommended, consequences could arise if you do or do not continue with the treatment. Okay, that's good. Without further ado, let's just crunch into it. That's a reference to the root canal one that I have as a master one also. Introduction to the procedure, intro, my dentist says, brief overview, preparation. Okay, I can probably get this down into... Maybe I can leave it 4 pages. No, I should only have it down to 4 pages, yeah. I want this section. I don't need this as much. Oh yeah, no, I just don't need it at all. That's good. Anime breakdown. Let's take that. Let's do that. Let's throw that in black again. And let's see what I need from here. I like this portion. Okay, good. Then we're gonna go and do that. And text floats in from the right, exits left, blur scene. I know, this needs to go after. Okay. I need to get a treatment on my tooth, but how, why, and what if I? And then commonly known as blank to your demo pubes. It's called there. Let's save. I haven't saved in a while. Perform usually while most people are awake / numb, or I should do type of sedation. Put that in parentheses. Draco, can you open up the door? All right. Let me change this up a little bit. Nope, not that. That'd be good. Oh, this is too slow. Can I enhance the speed? There we go. To the process of prepping for treatment. No, I don't need this. Okay, so then let me take this and save a file here under master scripts, a new one, MDS, as Dennis said, and then let's do root canals. And let's do crowns. I already have root canals somewhat done. Now in my piece there is a crowns one. Good, and I have my main master still the same. Oh, too fast. I want to get now let's take that one off. Let's go back here. Alright. Okay, so now we're on specifically this one's crowns, so it's perfect. Alright, so let's start fitting pieces in. Leave that all the same. I need to get my dentist said I need a crown. Alright. I needed a crown. I need to get a crown on my tooth, but how, why, and what if I? Commonly known as a full coverage crown, or commonly known as a cap slash cover tooth cap. Cover, to your dental people, it's called a crown. Crown. It's called a crown slash PCS PFM. So let's fold that, not a new one. Bring that back in red. Cool. When performed, usually while people are awake and local for just that tooth. Technically, unless they're lower that. Cool. Brief overview of the treatment. Okay, so brief overview of the treatment. Why the procedure is necessary, and common general issues it can address, and common aches and pains that may be red flags that you might need it. Okay, so a brief overview of the treatment. So all of these are going to be yellows. Nope, sorry. They're all going to be highlighted. Sections that I don't need to repeat. So a brief overview of the treatment. A crown is a cover that is going to from cracks, fractures, cracks, and no, I shouldn't say cavities. Fracture, cracks, fractures and cracks would work the same. Fractures or from harmful, not stimuli. How would I go and break this up? Harmful, blank, 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 blank. Why the procedure is necessary. Potentially, you may have found yourself in need of a crown because it is you may have found yourself in need of a crown. Okay. That tooth has a immense that tooth has the potential to fracture or has fractured or has been get into other procedures, and I want to go and mark that because I do not like how that's said, so I'll come back and do that one again. Common dental issues it addresses. I may not answer this one for now. Common aches and pains that may be red flags. Are common red flags that come from the need of a crown. Okay, so then let's go and say common red flags that need the crown. Something you or doc may have had observed would be a not subgingival, not supragingival, a subtle crack, subtle. Why am I forgetting that? Nope, that's not how. Don't want that one. A minor let's say that minor crack in the making that has not grown too grown to that making that has not potentially grown any further yet. And let's go ahead and throw that, because I might want to go and make that be a different version. I might not come and use this one for right now. We'll come back to that part. Preparations. Initial consultation examination. Yeah, I already have it in orange because I didn't know if I wanted to do that. Expected test x-rays and scans. So here, and we got to do this in regular black and white automatic. Here is a some, not tests. Some pain related, no, some tests your doc may do to determine if a crown is if a crown is a proper solution would be to check for cracks that have or are still above the gum line. I want to go and bring that right about there. Do that in orange. Discussions and treatment options. Not really too much treatment options. You need a crown. You don't want to get a crown, get the tooth taken out. Or just risk, if it's a fracture related type of deal for a crown, then that would probably just be it at that point. So let's see. Discussion and treatment options. Alternatives. Alternative reasons. For treatment. That's gonna be my headline topic on that one, which also needs to be in black. Oh, I didn't highlight it, of course. There we go. And list for keepsakes, so that in bold, alternative reasons for the treatment. Another unbold, another reason would be due to a root canal treatment being done root canal treatment due to the tooth already has gone through a root canal. In which case, let's see. In which case, a crown is always the finishing touches for a tooth to achieve maximum protection from fracturing. Alright. I want to add that to my master one, alternative reasons for treatment. Let me go and bring up the other one. Oh, no, I don't want to bring up that. I already have that open. Is it going to open? There it goes. I have that under types of tests, right? Discussion and treatment options. There it goes. Alright. Okay, step-by-step explanation. It needs to be a simple step-by-step though. Oh yeah, simple step breakdown. That's what I had earlier. Estimated time of treatment. Okay, this is bold. Highlight and bold ETA of treatment. Typically, a crown is a crown prepper. Typically, to prepare a tooth for a crown takes 2 appointments. 1 to to perform what's called the crown prep. Take it easy, Flu. Definitely get some good sleep. See you in the PM again. Peace out. It's called the crown prep, which can take anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours. Let's do an hour, 1 to 2 hours for the full procedure / time slot. 2. First appointment to perform blah blah blah. Second point has a lot of P's. Appointment is for what is called crown cementation. Which is when the crown is back from the dental lab and is cemented onto the prepared tooth from the first appointment. This takes about 15 to 30 minutes. Minuets. without any complications. Alright, so that's ETA of treatment. That'll work good. Simple step breakdown of procedure. I kind of already built it in here, but now I just have to explain the crown prep. After anesthesia, oh, that was supposed to be an E. After anesthesia, the tooth is the assistant will take a first impression of your tooth if it is equal to is it? Because that's why. If what am I say? Favorable to remember this step. It will come back later as an important part. Okay. Doc will numb. Doc will numb. And Doc will numb, and after anesthesia and after anesthesia, the prep will begin. Taking your tooth as a whole down to and reducing it down to a stump is the main goal. This will allow a thick enough replacement. This allows thick replacement to fit over the tooth that will be called your crown. Next will be a series of impressions and glue and 6 minutes of series of let me say that. Impressions and a goo-filled mouth. Watch for the two. View. Back to the again, and they are here with the first toothbrush. Benefits procedure, improvement oral health, cosmetic enhancements, potential long-term advantages. We'll talk about full smile makeover later on a different one. Risk and considerations. If you don't, what can happen? This is looking good so far though. I am going to call it for now. And with that, we're going to go and end the stream. And then we'll come back and do more of this later. Let's see, what do I want to do with this? Okay, let's stop it for here. Good.